Hello everyone, Rex here. Welcome to the channel Rex Tactics. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal because I will be reviewing the Class 86/2 and Mark II F carriages from Just Trains, which just released not too long ago for the West Coast Main Line over Sharp route. So yeah, the plan is that we're going to look through on where to find the locals route, look at the scenario names, check out the timetables, and then we'll jump into the timetabled service. If you do enjoy today's video, do give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Also comment down below, are you getting the 86/2? And if so, why? So without further ado, let's get into this review video. Right, so you join me here in the Train Simul 5 menu. We have to go to the trains, which is this one here. We'll select that one and we've got to go to choose a route. And we've got to go to West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle. Now, if you have the Cargo Line 4 pack, you will have the military timetable. Likewise, if you don't, you'll just have the normal timetable. So, let's have a look at the scenario, shall we? We get 13 in total. We obviously got the Cargo Line Volume 4 timetables. We have the normal ones for the 87. And down here are the 86 ones. So we got a helping hand, delayed and rerouted, cross-country can, yep, the European, and it's coming home. We will be looking at these, or at least one of these, on stream. We then, of course, have a few training modules. We have this one here. If you want to look on how to train on the 86/2, go into training modules and choose the 86. There you will have the British Rail Class 86/2 introduction there. Likewise, we'll go back to choose a route and we'll go on to the timetable, which, if I remember correctly, the 86 should layer on both timetables. We'll look at the military one first, in which there is the 86/2, and we have a lot of different variants for this one. We have a few BR Blues and a few Intercity ones. Mostly Intercity, there's only about 3 BR Blues. We'll just choose the first one, and these are the services on the military timetable. There's quite a few here, actually. Of course, we'll go into the normal timetable, and there is the 86 again. The same variants. Again, we'll choose the top. And roughly about the same services, maybe a few less than the military timetable, but likewise a good amount. Now, the 87, doesn't lose any services, I don't think. But I think that's as much as what you get for the 87 as well. Right, so let's jump into an 86 service. And I think we're going to be doing Glasgow Central to Poole, maybe. Or we might end up doing Glasgow Central to Birmingham New Street. Whichever one we end up doing, you'll find out later in the video. So, I'll see you then. So here you are, you join me in a Class 86 for the service 1M33 Glasgow Central to Birmingham New Street. I believe we're only going to be going as far as Penrith, but we'll see, shall we? Likewise, we'll get started with setting up the locomotive. So the first thing you want to do is you want to change this to on, open here and set the DSD. It's labelled as DVD, but this is the circuit breaker that you need to trip if you want to have more points. Likewise, this as well, if you want more points, it's optional, but you don't have to set it. We will be for the duration of this video. Right, let's turn on the master key, open the doors, and we'll set the marker lights and the headlight spare on. Nothing else is set unless you want the dim switch on. It just dims the lights. Likewise, you can switch it to be bright. This is probably more useful during the night though. And let's have a look at this 86/2, which is Driver Wallace Oaks GC, or 86 260. And let's have a look at the Mark II Fs, which they look a right lovely carriage. Got another train leaving somewhere. Look at the buffet car, staffed as well. Got some BR sandwiches in there. See, can we enter with the camera? Nope, I don't think so. Okay. As well, before we leave here, we've got the Mark II F guard carriage. And I do believe they're also Mark II Fs. With a Mark I on the end. Right, so let's get the doors shut. And let's turn this on. That sounds really good. So, for those of you who don't know, I've not actually been watching the preview streams for the 86-2, so this is like a genuine first reaction to the sounds. And I'm honestly impressed. Avoid a catastrophe there. If it goes in the red, you will get a penalty break. So, a bit like the 87, make sure it doesn't go in the red. Likewise, I'll roll down the windows so that you can hear the horn. There you go. I do believe that's an 86 waiting for us, and two 47s, one with the small BR logo and one with the large BR blue logo. And this one is Black Douglas, aka 87030. Oh, okay. This was an 86 the last two times I did this, so I'm actually quite interested now. The fact that that's now an 87, and this is also Northumbria 47526. Yeah, so that's interesting. They kind of like, I wonder if they like replace each other's services now and again. That's interesting. Nevertheless, let's get going with this service to Birmingham New Street. Of course, as mentioned, we'll only be going as far as Penrith, because that's like a good 15 or so minutes down the line. Okay, we got hit by the neutral sector. Let's set the cameras. Right, we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Let's get going. Alright, so we just want some smooth cruising up to Penrith. Now, note the max speed of this locomotive is 100 miles an hour and not 110 like the 87. So it goes about 10 miles an hour slower than you would normally have it. And this is an interesting formation because we have some Rex Railway stuff. Now, this is just a personal livery I made. This one's another 87 and it's Lord President. Now you can find those Rex Railways carriages on Creators Club. All you got to do is search up Rex Rail and you should find them. Also, we have a blind here that we can use. Lovely stuff. As well, you've got pan up and pan down buttons. AWS acknowledgement is there. Horn. Not sure what that one's supposed to be. Anti-slip brake. Your wipers. Locomotive brake. Normal train brake. You've also got your Bardic. That'll help during nighttime runs. Got the horn there. Should also have like a yeah, there's a DSD holdover button and vacuum chamber release. Now this is actually quite nice. There's a lot of suspension on this because I've got it put up to 200%. And as long as we're not in the red, we should be fine. Right, let's do ourselves a little bit of a flyby now. Lovely. Right, let's go into the outer cameras. Not the first or the second one, but the third one. Let's have a look around, shall we? So obviously we got a tail lamp, which should be set to on. We have the parcels area with the guards compartment, and here is the passengers side. Of course, I'm loving the variation of the different intercity carriages. So we've got the BR Blue and the normal intercity. And as we go all the way down this rake, we've got the Mark II F buffet car, or is it the Mark 1? Actually, it's a Mark 1 because these look like Mark 1 windows, so we'll call it a Mark 1. Now, please tell me these doors aren't openable. No, they're not. Good. If we look on this side, as I mentioned before, we've got the staffing. You know, we've got the tables for people to eat their meals on both sides. And I think we should have first class somewhere. Ah, there it is, right at the top. Oh, we are speeding. Oh dear. Too busy looking at the Mark IIs. Yes, this is the first class lounge. Kind of similar to the 87's Mark 3As, but yeah, looks really nice. Of course, the interiors are very different. And of course, we've got our Mark 1 guard carriage. And of course, we've got the 86. So it weighs a total of 81 tonnes, the brake force is 40, ETH index is 74, R8 is 6, and the max speed, of course, is 100 miles an hour. And this locomotive is actually quite stunning. Of course, our lights are on, you can just barely see them actually. It's interesting. I suppose it's because we are on the daytime, so you won't see them as much as what you would on the night time. And of course, the pantograph is in fact touching the wires. Got a nice little gap. Oh, did you see that flange spark there as well? That was interesting. Oh, and it is raining, so time to test the wipers. Hey, they look good. So I do have a feeling that we're not going to be stopping at Penrith, but we're just going to stop there anyways. I like how the rain comes down on the 86, just lovely. And I'm glad that I'm showing this, because I was kind of hoping it would start raining. Also, these kind of give off like a wet look, so that's interesting. Oh, it's lovely. Of course, I will be having a full in-depth look on the 86-2 on stream, and that's likely to be Sunday, so do stay tuned for Sunday's live stream. Now let's see if we can actually get this locomotive up to 100. I'm kind of hoping we will. But let's see, shall we? And in no time at all, look who got the locomotive to 100 miles an hour. Rex did. This is absolutely lovely. I'm enjoying this run actually. It's just a nice long intercity run, and it's not the 87 for a change. Something new, something different, something to like bring in some different taste to this route, and I like it. I really do like this locomotive. It handles so different, and of course with a different max speed and different controls, kinda. It's nice. Of course we have this here as well. I do like the fact that they put this stuff here, because that's the sort of stuff you would actually see in real life. Now, does the fire alarm test work? I just want to know if it works. Oh, it does as well. Obviously there's no fire, but still, at least it works. Can you believe it? We're already 13 minutes into this run. Well, on the recording, obviously. This is mighty nice. Of course, I do believe we have a wiper for this side. I don't know. Do we have a wiper for this side? I think we do. Ah, yes we do. Not exactly needing it, so there you go. Loving the different horn sound to the 87. Definitely gives the feel that it's a different locomotive altogether. And to be fair, I will be honest with you, I don't know the Class 86/2 very well, so it's nice. It really is. Of course, this blind does work as well, if you were wondering. What else can we look at? A different floor pattern, a different padded seating. Can also bring that up and down. So this is really nice. So we've got an 80 miles an hour speed restriction coming up. That will indicate that Penrith is not too far away now. And we're going to practice braking for Penrith. So we'll take all this off. That is lovely. Right, let's put on our first application and see what the brakes are like. Especially in the rain. Right, so we're definitely going to be needing more than just initial application. But that is to be expected. I mean, we are in the rain. We will shortly be at Penrith. Can't hear the train anymore, so I believe it might have gone into brake demand. Perhaps. Yeah, because that's not appearing like it normally would. Anyways, no more than 18 minutes later, we are here at Penrith. And just about all carriages are on the platform, so we can stop here. Right, so we now look through the Mark IIF formation. So here we've got an Intercity 86 spawned here. And we are going to have a lovely look through the carriages. And we've got Halley's Comet here as well. It's a lovely livery, this one. So let's get inside the first class area and climb up. Oh, I've accidentally opened up the window. There we go, we shut the doors. So let's go through here then. So this must be first class lounge. I can't actually remember if it was or not. Yes, it's first class. And these look really nice. Very different to the Mark III's, obviously. But let's keep going through, shall we? Of course, in between the carriages, you know, you've got the light, you've got like a toilet. I don't know if you can actually go inside here, can you? No. Not like Morecambe Bay with one of the toilets. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, we have like a litter thing here, you know. These you can't actually open or close. They remain closed, I think. Wait, did an option just come up? No, just for that door. Right, okay. Let's continue forward then. We've got like a little luggage space here. I like it. Fire extinguisher over there. And we've got a sign for toilet, probably to tell if it's occupied or not. Let's go through this part again. And we are met with a very different interior. This is very Mark I-ish. I'm reckoning this is the buffet car. It sure is. Let's have a look. Tea for 30p. Huh, that's actually quite good. 19p for coffee. We've got a Bovril on there for 20p. Got some butter, rolls, cereal with milk for 22 pence. Cheese, biscuits and cheese snack. Nice. Cake slab. Oh, we got some nice stuff here. Yeah, definitely nice. Of course, we've got some stuff over here as well. So we've got like apple fizzy drink, orange fizzy drink, berries fizzy drink. Yeah, mineral water. Oh, we got some pork pies here. That's a lovely pork pie, that. Actually like small ones, and that one's like the big one. That's a good sized pork pie. And of course, you got your BR sandwiches. 20th the 7th, 86 has got to be sold by. Ah, it's a good thing they're in date. We are in March. We've also got Skill Issue Chocolate and Chocolate Choco and The Chocolate, Mr. Potato, Runners Ready Salted, Extra Cream Biscuits, Greens Mint Cake. Yeah, we've got some good stuff. We've even got the private door to get in or out. I don't know if you can actually... No, you can't. Ah, it's a shame you can't really do that on the train. That would be actually... that would actually be cool. But you've got like a lovely side table here. And somebody's left some Paps and fizzy drink. Yeah, berry fizzy drink. Salt and vinegar crisps. I mean, why not? Got a litter bin here. Got another private thing. That's probably like the storage room for it, maybe. I don't know, are these windows movable? No, they're not. And you can sit down on these. They're quite nice. Very comfortable looking. And then, of course, we move through here where we've got 2 toilets that are already occupied. Oh, wow. That tells you something. I don't know if this is actually like... No, it doesn't have a door in between. Right, we'll move into the standard class, which kind of does give me Mark III Air vibes. I will definitely admit, it does give me Mark III Air vibes. And I think they're pretty much the same throughout. I'm not going to bother closing the doors now. Fire extinguisher there if you saw it. Most likely see it again here, yeah. Got some no smoking signs as well, so that maximum penalty £10. £10 must have been a lot back then. We'll keep going, because we're getting to the interesting part. And the interesting part is this area here, which is marked as private, but we can go inside. And this part is the guards part. So we go in here and it's basically like the same thing. You know, you can turn the lights on, turn them off, turn them back on. Got a spoon there. Got a communications cupboard. They don't work, obviously, because it's not a timetabled service. And you can look out for the window. Wow, that is quite nice, actually. Pop the window back open, and that's basically the handbrake. You can sit in here and just, yeah. Oh, what happened? I don't know what happened. That's just projectiled me all the way up there. That's interesting. And then we've got the luggage area, which is actually quite interesting, really, because these did exist in real life. Oh my word, you can actually go inside here as well. No way. I actually thought they would have this area locked off, but no. You can do some luggage whilst you're guarding. You know, just pretend a little bit, you know. So yeah, like I said, that is the 86/2 and the Mark II F carriages. The fog definitely disappeared. Alright, so yeah, first thoughts, lovely locomotive. Absolutely a joy to have as part of my collection. The Mark II F coaches look really nice. Lovely addition of the buffet car, which is staffed. And of course, just adds a lot of good variety to the West Coast Main Line. So, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please do comment down below what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. Leave a like and I will see you all in the next video. But until then, see you all later.